The Spurs in the white home uniforms. The Rockets will be in their traditional red uniforms with gold trim. Calvin Murphy, he's tripped by Silas. Good call by Earl Stott. Murphy got the baseline.
Throughout this series, Murphy has given Silas some problems. They changed their offense. They got the stack down here. See Malone and Billy Paultz.
Calvin Murphy.
What they're going to do is run Calvin off that stack. He can go out where he went that time. Don't go near the stack or come around the stack.
7:40 to play. Calvin Murphy off the front of the rim. Paultz to Malone. He puts it up. He's fouled.
Moses said he likes these hoops, especially shooting foul shots.
Oberlin looking inside for Gervin. They're going to be going to ice a lot more this game. Well, he's heating up early, too. There's nothing cold about the Iceman tonight. That's 6 points. 12-12, another tie. 5 ties already.
See, Del Harris, he might have to switch his defense if ice keeps it up. He can put Reed on him, or he can bring Calvin Garrett
Murphy.
in.
Little C, the mighty Mike. Murphy with 4. The barn burner here if these two teams continue this way for 48 minutes. Calvin Murphy with the jumper from the side. Murphy cans it for 2. For Murph, 6 points. The Rockets back up by 1. John, if this game continues like this through 4 quarters, everybody's going to be pretty well spent in this place.
Well, a key factor has been the bench for the Spurs thus far in this series.
Well, what a great pass by George Gervin. Now, you saw the Rockets double-team Gervin. He just waited for Johnson to clear up the alley.
Right, well, Moses wanted him to pass the ball. That's why he doubled up. When that happens, the weak side has to help.
Murphy and Malone playing pitch and catch. Oh, Murphy with a great shot. Silas got his hand on the ball. Murphy went ahead and shot it in anyway. Tommy Henderson, Murphy in the backcourt. Henderson running the offense. Murphy off the glass for 2. Murph, boy, he's red hot. 10 points for Calvin. He remains red hot. He's on a streak right now.
Calvin hit his last 3 shots.
And this is what Dell wanted to do, is get that lead early.
Well, they were arguing a little there. Oberding was telling Silas, don't throw the ball to me. Get it into Gervin. Run the play like you're supposed to. That's good for the Rockets.
Tommy Henderson to Murphy. He's automatic. Calvin Murphy, 12 points.
I would say Silas will be coming out because he's eating his lunch. Calvin's on a hot string.
Last Wednesday. Murphy on Moore. Henderson will be trying to stay with Gervin. Gervin puts it up. He's fouled, and he's got a chance to tie the game with a 3-point play. Boy, Gervin is really looking for the bucket tonight.
Well, watch, he goes baseline here, and Billy picks him up. Let's see if Billy moves. Yeah, he moved his feet. Good call.
And presto, this game is tied. That Rocket 5-point lead did not last very long.
Gervin has 13 points in the first quarter.
And Murphy has 12. Murphy has been able to counter Gervin. Oh, look at Calvin Murphy. Oh, my. 14 points for Murph.
Got Moses helped out there. There's nothing he can do. He got by Dunleavy. Gervin put it up. It was a little bit too hard. Orzine come across, just laid it up and in. Offensive rebound.
Moore with a steal. Fast break. Griffin. Well, Del Harris is hot because he thought Murphy was tripped, and I thought he was too.
Well, there's a foul someplace along there. Moses got fouled, or Calvin.
Calvin Murphy puts it up, and he's fouled. Rockets with a chance for a 3-point play. And you think Murphy wasn't hot. He was taking that all the way to the bucket on his own. For Murphy, 18 points. And more importantly, on that last play, Murphy tripped. No call. Moore picked up the loose ball and got it for the fast break. I'll tell you what now, Moore is really doing the job. Murphy with a 3-point play, and that keeps the Rockets right in there, down by 6. The Rockets now can get within 4.
So the Rockets going to have to play a little bit better defense and have these guys miss shots just like they did that time and have Moses defensive rebound.
Dunleavy directing traffic. Murphy working on Moore. Over to Willoughby. Willoughby puts it up. It won't go, but he gets his own rebound, and he can't control it. One stretch.
Well, in an important game like this, Albeck doesn't want to take any chances. He wants to go with his star.
Dave Corzine inside to Griffin for 2. Great execution by the Spurs. 48-40. San Antonio up by 8. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Billy Pauls prepares to check in for Houston. Murphy from the corner. And the Murph stays red hot. 21 points for Calvin Murphy in the first half. Aretha Franklin co-hosts with Dionne Warwick on Solid Gold for the week's top 10 hits. Air Supply, Don McLean, Johnny Mathis, and Tierra. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here on KHTV, Channel 39. Right now, the Spurs with an 8-point lead. And it's important, I think, John, here that the Rockets stay at least within 6. You don't want to, or at least 8 points. You don't want the Spurs to run off a bunch of points here in the final moments of the first half.
That's right. The Rockets are only shooting 38%. The only guy that's really shooting is Calvin Murphy.
Reed looking inside for Malone. He's got it inside where he likes it. He puts it up for the dunk shot. Power move by Moses Malone. Now, if he can get it in there deep in the paint like that, he's going to be more effective. 3 minutes to play.
I don't know. It looked like Griffin.
Give it to Griffin. That's 8 points for Paul. Another 8 points per lead. Calvin Murphy puts up a prayer. Ho, 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 Murphy goes to the line to try to make it a 3-point play.
Great shot by Calvin.
For Calvin, that's 23 points. Now, this just defies the law of gravity right here, John. How does the little guy do it?
Boy, he got that contact, just hung in the air, kept his eyes right on the rim, threw the ball in.
Calvin Murphy with 24 points. He's been keeping the Rockets in this one. And 2:20 to play in the first half. Oberding working on Malone. Going to take him to the baseline. A lot of contact. Murphy knocks it away. Reed picks it up. The Rockets can get to within 3 right here with a bucket. Dunleavy to Reed.
So now Bobby Joe Reed hasn't been taking many shots.
Billy Paul has Murphy. Murphy going to take it inside for 2. Murphy with 26 points. Control them.
As we mentioned, the Rockets only shot 43%. They're ice cold again.
Reed. Bring it down on the fast break. He's got Murphy. From 22 feet, Calvin cans it. 30 points for Calvin Murphy. 66-59, 7 points, San Antonio lead. We're just starting the second half from Hemisphere Arena. Oberding throws it out of bounds. Pretty good defense by Murphy on Silas right there.
Yeah, he's playing the passing lane.
The Rockets now can get to within 5 with a bucket here. Henderson pushes it up court. Taking it into Murphy. Puts it up for 2. Murphy with 32 points. Calvin 2 for 2 in the second half. And Stan Albeck wants a timeout. So the Rockets have shot themselves right back in it in the early going.
Billy Paultz was 1 for 6 the first half.
Oberding taking it inside the paint. Gervin trying to shoot it over Malone. Malone blocks it. Gets it back to Paultz, and Henderson will have it for Houston. The Rockets can close to within 3 with a basket.
So slow it down and let Malone get underneath.
Murphy with a jump shot for 2. 34 points for Calvin Murphy.
So Silas just can't play him. He's going to have to put something else on him.
Murphy, an absolute scoring machine. 66-63. The Rockets right back in it. Welcome back to crazy Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio. The baseline bums are really giving them a boost. Now the Spurs have put in a new lineup. As you see, Henderson and Murphy bringing it up to start the final quarter of action for the Rockets.
Bill, the Spurs only had 12 points in that quarter. Great defense by the Rockets. The Rockets had 22.
Passed into Willoughby, back out to Reed. All the way back to Murphy now. Murphy going to take it up off the glass for 2. Calvin Murphy with a great offensive move for 38 points.
Now the playoff record for a Rocket is 40 points held by Calvin Murphy. Now he has 38, so he's a cinch to break his own playoff record.
81-78. The Rockets up by 3. Inside to Reggie Johnson. Goes up, puts it too hard. Griffin with an offensive foul. 81-78. Spurs trailing by 3. We've got 11-13 left to play, and this is the final game of the season for one of these two teams.
Now remember, Gervin has not scored.
Corzine is checked into the game at center
Since the second quarter.
Corzine swings it to Moore. Inside back to Corzine. Now Corzine had a great fourth quarter in Houston. Reed gets all over the ball. Henderson with a rebound. This lineup in here right now for the Spurs has been pretty successful, John.
Well, we mentioned at the top of the show that the Rockets had to rebound and play defense. They're certainly doing that here in the second half.
Murphy from about 27 feet, nothing but cotton. 40 points for Calvin Murphy to tie his playoff record. 83-78, a 5-point Houston lead.
He's got almost half of the Rocket points. They got 83. He's got 40.
83-80. Murphy to Reed now as they swing it back around, looking for Malone. Corzine leaning all over Moses. Bobby Joe Reed from over the top, over Reggie Johnson for two. Big bucket for Bobby Joe. Boy, he's made some big buckets over Reed.
When Reed gets hot, it's usually in the fourth quarter.
9 points, 85-80.
And they can use him here.
Griffin off of Murphy's feet. Murphy gets tied up by Paul Griffin.
Excellent play by Calvin, just diving on the floor. Just tie it up. Come up with the ball.
There's a guy who's played almost the entire game. He has 40 points. He's still diving. You think he doesn't want to make the Final Four, John?
You bet.
6:25 left to play, 89-88.
Calvin needs a blow. He's tired.
Well, it's the most he's played all season, John.
Well, he's exerting a lot of energy out there.
Calvin with 40 points. Inside to Corzine, working on Malone. Blocked by Malone. Great defense on the block. Here comes Tommy Henderson. He's got Murphy on the fast break. Murphy puts it up for two. Great fast break and a great block by Malone to get it started. 6 minutes to play. 91-88. Rockets by 3.
It's a torrid pace out here. The guys are tired.
Boy, it's a torrid pace. It's been a torrid series. What a great series by these two teams. Given no quarter.
Well, a lot of action underneath. Take Calvin's out.
Now, they took Calvin out, but if the Rockets hold on, they will have won 3 out of the 4 games here in San Antonio, and San Antonio would have won 2 out of the 3 in Houston.